Hello, Miss Carol Walters. How you doing, girl? Hope you had a good Mother's Day. Oh, you're early for a change. I didn't get into much trying to stay out of the rain. Everything down here floating. Oh, when I carried my van and got edge check and I got an alternator out on it, so I had to play like a mechanic or get somebody to do it one. Yeah, it's been flooding down here. We got close to 20 inches now. At least we didn't get any hail today like we got last night. Hello, Kenneth. The DJ, hello. Hey, Lily. What you been up to, lady? Yeah, to all the mothers in here, congratulations for putting up with us. Oh, he's crazy. He's wound down now, but he was berserk this afternoon. Sometimes that's a good day, isn't it, Lily? He'll probably be in here in a little bit. And I go to talking on this computer. I guess he figured I'm talking to somebody, so he got to go try check it out. I got this deal. I decided I want a cheeseburger today. So I went to a place and got a double meat cheeseburger. And every time I do that, I get a double meat and I take one of those meats off and tear it up and give it to. Here comes trouble. Hello, Jane Bray. But I break it up and give that one patty to Rocky. So he loves it when I go to a drive-in. What are you up to, lady? I was going to ask you the other day. You said you had a wreck. Did it hurt your car very bad, or are you still driving it, or they get it fixed already? What? The coffee, and boy, we got two other ladies in here. We got the coffee lady and German chocolate cake lady. Ironwood special. Yeah, I think I heard that right, Fair Duff. You gone, Billy? Well, good deal, DJ. I can't get past 500, hell. Of course, I don't work at it too hard either. Hello, Troy. The man with the plan. At least you're still driving anyway. It's still cool up there, Jane. I bet it was. Well, at least you scattered the pit bulls anyway. A pack of pit bulls can be bad news. How you made it, huh, Troy? I was wondering about that. Well, we've been having them down here, Jane, every day. I think the last week we've had right at 20 inches of rain. Troy, I hear they're taking applications for people to put them desks together. You might get you a little side money there. Didn't even need a lawnmower. I bought a reclining office chair through Amazon. It's about like that, Troy. Yeah, well, let me know and I'll call you, Fair Dust. Little inside track there. Fair Dust and Ray and Mubang had a live going, and I didn't know it, and I called Fair Dust. That's one way to put a plug in on live. You still at the same place, Jane, or are you at home now? Well, you're a beach girl anyway, aren't you? I said beach. Beach. Don't want to get in trouble here. Yeah, I thought your voice had done got lowered, Fair Dust. Yeah, that's just what you call timing. Ah, okay. Ooh, I need to do laundry tomorrow too. I ain't gonna get a chance to. Yeah, took a cataract out a couple weeks ago. I got to go tomorrow and let them check that and see how that's doing. Always something. I think it's gonna be all right. I haven't got any glasses that match up the way my eyes are now, so it's hard to tell. But it seemed to be better. Oh, I did a lot better. I'm not just seemed to be. I got where I couldn't see hardly anything out of that one eye. Yeah, I'll get a better view when that gal walks by in that bikini now. That gal is a rolling stone, isn't she? Are you pretty well through with your little trailer you bought, Jane? Hey, Sunfish, you get in that storm today or last night? Yeah, I could just about do it in my front yard right now, or water running through it. Yeah, we got more today. That makes it right at 20 inches now, last week or so. You got plenty of water in Granbury. I was reading today, Canyon Lake lower than it's ever been. They ain't got hardly any rain at all down there, close to San Antonio. Talking to my cousin, they just was turning sprinklers on. Yeah, that's why they're having the hole. Lake Waco here is 26 feet over full. And I think Possum Kingdom's full, Granbury's full, Whitney's full, over full. Well, they can't see. Possum Kingdom's got a crack in it, so they can't hold with 75% in it. I think they've got to turn it loose. That's one thing about where I live here. It's 450 miles to the coast, and there's not another dam on Whitney's really the last dam. Yeah, they had to. They can't hold it. They're scared that dam will blow out. It'll probably turn off dry and won't rain again for 3 months the way Texas is. Yeah, but they wouldn't let them get, Lake Waco is not on the Brazos. It feeds into the Brazos. Well, that's why it's so overfull, because Whitney was dumping and Granbury was dumping, and the if it had dumped Lake Waco at the same time, it'd have flooded everything from here to the coast. Yep. That's a lot of water in that lake too. Hey, Steve, how you doing, buddy? I need to send some of this water I'm getting here to you out there. Oh, have you pretty well got it like you want it now, Jane? Oh, we don't need no more. I was telling them on here just a minute ago, we've got right at 20 inches in just a little over a week. You were talking about they were cabling off some of the stuff at Ironwood. Are they going to kill that thing to have a? There's still plenty of room to have your shindig out there, isn't there? I think, yeah. I think we got one day between now and then. Damn fish are gonna drown. Okay. If it keeps raining here, I could make a jungle video with this damn grass is chest high right now. Boy, this deal that shows how many people in the video has gone nuts. Now, just a minute ago, it was on one. Now it's on 7 or 8. Ooh, that drives Rocky crazy. He gonna get the trailer fixed up and want to buy it now, James. Steve, that last dog I had before Rocky was a little Yorkie. And he got to mess around and jumped on a bee one day and bit it. It thing stung him in the mouth. After that, a bee could get in the house, and that dog would go crazy. Or I'd catch him half asleep and just go bzzz, and he would go berserk. All this rain, we've got these asps showing up. Boy, and them things will sting you. Rocky's put his nose on one a few days ago. Didn't take him long to leave. Yeah, regular honeybee. Oh, that's good. Y'all run across one when on one of you walk. They're warning us down here. What is it? Locust? Katydids. They just hatch out every 10 years. They said here in next month that there'll be over 1 billion of them hatch. And they get around oak trees. And that's one of the favorite foods of a copperhead. So you really want to watch what you're doing. I wonder if that training would work crossover between the copperheads and the rattlesnake. You don't like them little no shoulders, do you? Hey, bear. Ooh, bad RV or oh, I'm lucky. I'm in some hills, so we're not flooded here, but all around us is. Hope y'all don't get your house and everything flooded. Jane, that was something I was surprised at when I went to Alaska that first time, or first time I drove up there. They how lush and green it was, like Washington. And I figured, well, Canada's going to be that way, and a lot of wildlife. And I'll be damned, it didn't hit a high desert about 300 miles in, rattlesnakes and cactus. And is the bull snake the one that'll stick his tail in the leaves and stuff and shake it like a rattlesnake? And not poison, but I'll probably get corrected over that. Nah, we ain't got nobody in here like that. You get on some of these lives, there's something about a poisonous snake, and they'll inform you out quick. Them snakes are not poison, them venomous. Say, bull, the damn things are poison to me. Mm. Well, I hope it slows down. Damn, it's plenty wet, isn't it? All the parks around Lake Waco are flooded out. They had to move all the RVs out. Six RV parks, I think it was. Yeah, I know it. I found several rattlesnake dens just smelling them. You're not on a first name basis with them, Jane. Here about 2 weeks ago, I went over to my buddy's house, and my niece was with me, and the we were walking out across the front yard, this Bermuda grass, and I just happened to glance down. There was a damn cottonmouth laying there. It done rolled over and had his mouth open. My niece, she was wearing flip flops, and she was fixing to step right in the middle of that snake. And I shoved her, nearly shoved her down, shoved her sideways. She bowed up and I pointed to the snake. Then she wasn't too mad at me after that. But I don't know where that snake come from. There's not much water around here normally. Nearly all the snakes we got here, Steve, are pointed tail, except the cottonmouth and rattlers. As long as I see them, I'm all right. And no boy I used to hunt with and go down to that big lease we had in South Texas. Yeah, not a good deal. But he made a ton of money doing that. He had a pair of husky dogs, and them dogs would point a rattlesnake. Uh oh, here comes the trouble. Hello, Badge. You gonna come up here and agitate tonight? Yeah, if Badge was here, he could fix my alternator on my van quick, couldn't he? Ah, they won't. Come on up here. Bear, you'd be able to catch you some crawfish around your RV site here. It stays wet like this for long. Hello, Jen up north. I called Jen a Canadian Flash the other night, and she didn't know if I was talking ugly to her or what. Come on, you ain't been up here in a long time, Badge. We have a reunion up here. We got Steve and Jen and Jan and me and you.
Okay, there we are. We're there. Okay. Hello, everybody. See, Jane, I am alive. I don't know about well, but I'm alive. Anyway. Okay, there we are. We're there. Okay. Hello, I got to turn some off here. Jane, I am alive. I don't know about well, but I'm alive. I got my phone going. There we go. Okay, we got that turned off. Go ahead. I'm listening now. How you doing, Ron?
Oh, I'm doing good.
Yeah.
About to drown. We've had 20 inches of rain here in the last week.
Well, you can go fishing.
Yeah, out my trailer.
Right out your trailer. Look at that. You know, we got some rain the other day, and it rained for like 2 days, and all it managed to do was leak through the roof of the little trailer. That's all it ever did, but it sort of evaporated when it hit the ground. We're in rough shape here. We got a fire ban all over hell and back. We're in rough shape. You can't even think of a match and it'll light a fire.
I was watching some video today, and it was talking about they had a forest fire going again, and said it was the same fire they had last year that smoldered under the damn snow and everything. And when the snow melted, well, it took off again.
I got to tell you about that. What happened is exactly what you said, and it didn't go through the winter. It didn't flame up or nothing. It was just smoldering underneath the ground because there's so much dead stuff on the ground. Like up here in Canada, we usually run. It's like Oregon, Washington, but not damp like that. It's dry, right? And it'll be like a foot and a half thick, that stuff. And then and that fire it smoldered all winter, but they didn't get no snowpack. So that's one of the big reasons why it's really in rough shape. We come up through from Breeze there. We come up from there from Rufus, Oregon up, and the Fraser River. This time of year, you shouldn't be able to see any sandbars, and you could almost walk across it. There was no water in it, like very little. Like I said, ooh, this is not looking good. Because the problem with that is if the creeks or the rivers don't have water in them, what are you going to fight your fires with? That's the problem.
Yeah.
But there was a place up in Fort Nelson, BC, way up there by the Yukon border. And a fire started, and it was a half a hectare, which is, I'll just put it in round terms, like an acre, 2 acres, right? And within an hour, it was 20 acres. And within 2 hours, it was over 100 and some acres. That's how fast this stuff's moving. So, yeah, it's not good. So you can't even walk around with a book of matches in your pocket.
I bet that's right.
Yeah, it's going to be it's going to be bad. And you know, the funny part about it, because remember we talked about this last year about all the fires and the smoke and that, and we never had no smoke. It went right over top of us and ended up in the States. Well, yesterday, you could even see out the back door. We got all the smoke. So that's like karma, right? That's karma. Karma doing that. So,
you know, y'all got so many forests up there. It's just not. You can't get anybody in there to fight the fires, right?
Well, you can't. Well, we don't have nobody to fight them anyway. But the thing is that it's a tough job. I would never want to be a firefighter. I would, them guys. Those guys are worth 10 times more than what they get paid because the stuff they got to work with, man, it's just not good at all. But that's their profession, I guess. So, I don't know. But I know we're in rough shape. That's all I know.
Well, why don't you come on down to Texas and put this alternator on my van tomorrow?
Don't tempt me.
Come on.
Alternator on your van? Your van's not that bad.
Do what?
Yeah, it's not that bad to put an alternator on.
I don't think so. I haven't
You
really.
can't even drink a coffee and change that thing.
You know, I can steal mechanic badge. I build stuff. That's no problem. But since I blew that thumb off, I get so damn aggravated because there's places you just got to get your left hand in to start a nut or do something, you know. And with that
Yeah.
thumb being broke, you can't do it.
Well, tell me about it. I can't even straighten my arms out. I broke both my arms, right? So I can't even straighten them out now. And
It's
sometimes oh yeah, it's
hard to start a nut with that.
oh yeah. No, I hear you. But Jen's here. Oh, look at that, Jen's here.
Like,
But, so other than that, everything's good.
well, here we go. Steve, are you still here at the Fair Dust?
Who, Steve? Oh,
Yeah.
look at that. Dawn and Bear are here too. Look at that. Look at that. Our RFBFE. I still like Xanadu better, but they like that. So. But then what the hell's the matter? Okay. Everybody just pokes my buttons all the time, and then they don't say nothing. And everybody says they don't say nothing. I want to hear the story behind HHHHH. Out of all the words in the damn in English language, why did you come up with HHHHH? Now, I want to hear a story. Come on, start writing. It's frustrating when you know how to fix the engine, but your back won't. Oh yeah, my back's so. It went out before I went down south, and I was on my back for I was almost 2 weeks, and then it went out again. But it's not bad.
Maybe he got Parkinson's or tremors or something bad, and he just hits one key and just keeps hitting it until he gets off of it.
I don't know, but I just, sometimes I just shake my head. Okay, tell me a story. Come on, tell me a story. Okay, here we go. What's he got here? Was taken, so I added another H. Oh boys, that's pretty high tech, I tell you. You never see that one. Just, some stuff you just see, but so what the hell are we up to? Oh, well, Jen's here anyway. What we did was we got this little trailer, and it was a little bit of work. So for me, it wasn't all right. I wanted the thing anyway. So we're working on that. So then it pissed me off. When things piss me off, I get mad. So I was looking for die-core for the roof, and I couldn't find any. So I go to Canadian Tire, my Canadian Tire store, and they got this Camco stuff. Well, I'll tell you, on a stack of Bibles, don't buy it. It's the biggest piece of garbage going. I used 2 tubes of this stuff, and it was fighting the whole way. It's Camco lap sealer, they call it. Don't use it. It just, it made a hell of a mess. But anyway, so I ordered something from Amazon. It should be here in the next day or two. So me and Jen were working on this trailer, and I took all the seal off the roof, Looked at the weather map. Oh no, we should be all right. Well, it rained. And the good thing about it, Jen, the inside's all clean. I'll tell you that. But yeah, so it got all wet. So anyway, we put a tarp on it. That's like putting a lipstick on a pig. It's already wet, so it didn't really help much. So yeah, it's we're just putting away with that. I ripped the floor out of the trailer again. Remember I put a brand new floor in last year? Well, it didn't survive. So I got to rip that out and put another one in. And what else are you doing? Oh, stop the presses. Steve, stop the presses, and Jane. They're probably all going to fall right on the floor. I bought 2 lithium batteries. See? Miracles do happen. You see? 2 lithium batteries. Now, Jane, calm down. Steve, he'll probably just start dancing outside. But yeah, so. Yeah, but that's why, Jane, they can do that. I should have done that too, because I had industrial silicone, because it's just a tin roof on there, right? But we got the die core coming and we'll fix it up. So we'll get it around. We'll get there.
He's not here anymore. Y'all don't worry about him.
Yeah, that's what I got. Bear, I got some Etrabond tape. That's what I got coming. And pray to the RV gods. I'll tell you. Speaking of RV gods, you see that latest batch of garbage that's going on with Grand Design? They got garbage frames underneath their trailers, but they extended the warranty for 5 years. But if you sell it, it's not transferable. So if you sell the trailer with a garbage frame, I guess when the guy buys it, it's not garbage anymore. That's the way I take it. But yeah, so yes, Steve.
Yeah, I did too.
God, I bought 2, and Jane will prove it, or not Jane, but Jen's here. She knows I got them, and yeah, 2 of them. I know you're gonna have a heart attack, Steve. I told you that. I said that to Elle. I says, if I buy 2 batteries, everybody's gonna have a heart attack. It's not that how do I put it out? It's not that I was against lithium. It's just that they were so expensive. Well, they ain't much cheaper. But the thing is, the ones I bought were 280 amp hours, which are twice the size of what they were when they first come out. So they're quite a bit cheaper. Yeah. So.
Yeah, they're improving those things all the time.
Yeah, well, they come a long way from when they first come out, right? So, but I put this. I don't like it. I was gonna pick that thing up and fire it in the wash in Blythe because it just didn't work. I had a 200 amp hour 8D, like out of a cat battery, right? The same size as a cat battery, 8D, and it just couldn't keep up. It just never kept up. I had to charge it. I never used my generator so much as last year. But, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy 2 lithiums and put in that van of mine.
Yeah. Like Chrome from Van City Van Life, he's been bugging me for all the years. So I said, and Michael's been bugging me. Michael was so mad this winter that he's gonna come out to Arizona and rip it all out and throw it in the garbage. He's so mad, but we'll get it. So I got most of the components now. The only thing I have to, Jeffy Bear came and gave me a DC to DC charger. Ooh, baby. I'll take that. So.
Yeah, well, that's the one thing about them. They charge it, 14 point?
Yeah, that's the problem.
If a regular charger, charge them up all the way.
There should be a law against it that I can't get onto these Facebook groups because, man, I get on there and I end up getting kicked off all the time. I just don't understand it. I'm a nice guy. I really am.
Are we talking to the same badge here?
Oh God, I just tell you, the guy says, well, I'm going to lithium, what kind of inverter I get? I said, make sure it's lithium compatible. So some buddy thought I wanted his opinion, come back and says, oh, they don't have to be lithium compatible. I says, okay, then how do we get it from 13.8 to 14.2? Oh yeah, but it'll charge up to 13.8. I says, the lithium battery's got to go to 14.2 to be fully charged. Oh yeah, but 13.8 is good enough. I said, okay, well, we'll go buy a Cadillac and we'll give you a Volkswagen. That'll be good enough. Shit. So, yeah, I'm not allowed to talk on there for a while, I guess. So,
Yeah. Somebody's always got something to say. I don't care if they know anything or not. And
no, Jen, they should be here this week, I think. They're on their way. I think they're in town though. I think they're. Oh, this, we should have some fun tonight. I can hardly wait for the Super COD player 1995. I want a story on that one too.
yeah, I think
That's
it's
a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one. I want to hear the story on that one. The good thing about it, Steve, I can use all the stuff I got. Well, not really, but almost. I just got to change an inverter because I don't need the big inverter now, but that's down the road.
I'll be back in just a minute. I got to check on that dog.
Okay. My name is Super COD Player. I'm better than PewDiePie. Oh, he took it away. Don't take it away. I was just reading it. Okay. Somebody parked behind me and had to drop out for a minute. Okay. Yeah, that would. I want to put solar panels on the beachcomber and a battery so I have lights. Yeah, that might be a good idea. So, yeah, you might want some lights on that. What the hell was I going to tell you? I had something for that thing. You get the batteries. No, I didn't get the batteries yet. They're coming. I think they're in town, in Edmonton. I think they're coming out. What's this one? Do you have a drill or two? No, I got two of them. That are Super COD. I got two. I got a 15, what the hell, V-Light, and I got a 69 Trailways. I think it's Trailways or Travelways. Trailways. It's made here in Edmonton anyway. The Trolls Road tonight. I like trolls. I love trolls. I think everybody should have 2 trolls at least, minimum.
Well, you ever put one of them rubber roofs on them trailers?
I got a rubber roof. I got a rubber roof on the 2015. They work like this thing's like what, almost 8 years old now. I'm not. When you look at that roof and you just see how it's made, you're thinking, is that really that good? But anyway, they say they are. So I don't know. I've never had no issues with mine. It never leaked. I put a branch through it and put a hole in it, so I had to fix that. And yeah.
Well, I've got that one trailer of mine that it's got that rubber roof on it, and I haven't had a bit of trouble out of it.
You still got the casita?
Yeah, it's
Why
picking
not?
me.
I can't swear on your channel because people don't like it. But why not? Don't you just haul that behind your van?
Well, my daughter wants it. She finally decided she's gonna come get it. So and they come down last weekend and started cleaning it out.
No, Jen, they didn't show up. Jen, they never showed up yet. They're in Edmonton, I think. They say they're on their way, but they're coming. They should be here in a couple of days, I think. Maybe.
Well, I tell you what convinced me on the batteries. That buddy of mine, we used to do a lot of bass fishing, and the trolling motors eat a battery up. If you get in the wind and you can run a battery down right quick. That buddy of mine put 2 trolling motors in there, and he got one of these real fancy boats that's got a GPS on the trolling motor. And you
GPS on the trolling motor.
Yep, you catch a fish in a spot or find a hump you want to fish over. You just punch it in on the trolling motor and turn it on, and that trolling motor will keep you right there in that same spot. I don't care if the wind's blowing.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not. You ought to see the price tag on that damn thing.
Well, jeez.
It's like $2,200.
Man, oh man, oh man.
They've got one on the big engine on some of these boats, badge that you can turn the tracker on and take and go fish. And if you want to fish the same places that next day, you crank the big motor up and punch the GPS in, and the boat takes off, and it'll take you right back exactly where you were the day before.
The older I get, maybe I need one of them and just put her on the old Dodge and just hit her and save life and get me there. I don't even have to drive. I just sit in the seat and
But anyway, it caught a real windy day on the lake, and he run that trolling motor on high for 12 hours with them 2 lithiums.
Oh yeah.
And
but,
they were,
like everybody is going on about lithiums and all that. The only thing I was bitching about was the price, because they were stupidly priced. Like when they first came out, they wanted the batteries I'm buying right now. They wanted $2,200 for them, and I says, come on, I'm retarded, and I have a very small income. I can't afford that shit. So that's why I never bought them. And then I had lead acid, and they were working great until I blew one up. And then I put this jelly thing in there. That was a total disaster, that thing. God, I'm not too happy about that one. But,
you can down here you can buy 100 ounce lithium now for $250, something like that.
yeah, but the only problem is you start digging into them. Like if you're down south where you guys are, it's not a big deal. But you get up in Canada, see, a lithium won't take cold weather.
No.
You got to have a heater in them. You have to.
It'll work. You can pull juice out of it. You just can't charge it.
Yeah. But no, it's just, I don't know. We'll see. We'll beat the living daylights out of them. We'll tell you how we honestly feel about them. You know that. So.
Yeah.
But I think they'll be all right. We got him from Chrome, so I got faith in Chrome. He's got some good shit because he had some Canadian battery ones that he bought up here, and I gotta agree with him because he was up on the Coquihalla, and it was 30 below, and it kicked the battery out because it was down below zero, right? So it kicked the battery sensor off, so it wouldn't charge. And it went dead. The battery went dead. And then we just have to take it and turn it back on. They were just fine. Well, not really if it's going to do that all the time. So yeah.
Well, Steve, that's what I want to do on this van. I want this thing completely self-contained. Where if I'm going to pull up 20 yards from Badge and Camp next year, I can just turn everything on, forget about it. Oh, wait a minute. That's got to be 200 yards, isn't
it? Yeah. Now we're thinking we're going to move. Well, we're kind of moving around this year. So I think we're going to go to the next township. County. Next county. So
it's going to be hard to beat Blythe.
Just buying 1,000 AAAs. Yeah. About that bear though. I hope that's bear. I hope it's not Dawn. But anyway, that's what they say to do is build your own lithium. I know a couple guys that did it, built their own lithium batteries, and they're to die for. That's the one that Will Smith was telling them about.
Will Prowse.
Will Prowse, yeah. Yeah.
That's a sharp kid. Did you ever read about him, how he got started?
I was watching him from day one. I was watching him when he had 200 subscribers, and he was living in a little van or a little motorhome on the streets of San Jose.
Yeah.
And the kid is, you know what, the thing that I love about Bill. I don't think so, Jane. You might think that. Gonna park so close you can hear her fart. Yeah, you're right. I know how to do that. I know how to get that. I'll just send Max out there. Max, go piss on their tires. Come on, they'll move. They don't like that when you piss on their tires.
I guess I could get on the other side of him. Jen get on the front where he couldn't hook his trailer up. He'd be stuck.
Yeah.
See what
But,
you thought.
you know the reason why he's what he is? Well, because nobody would tell him how to do it. They wouldn't tell him how to do it. And so he learned all the solar himself. He's not he's not a solar guy. He's not an electrician. He just learned it all. That's all. He just started digging and digging and digging and digging and digging. And then he'd try stuff. And yeah, he's one of the first guys that would go buy a lithium battery and take it apart just to see what the hell was in it. So yeah.
Yeah, he was living. He was homeless, living on the street.
Yeah.
Got started.
Yeah.
And I imagine he's a multi-millionaire by now.
Yeah, I met him at one of the van builds. He's a cool guy. I like him.
Yeah, I like him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's pretty cool. But there's him and my Einstein. I call him Einstein. Is Broccoli, Aaron Broccoli. He's at a bus. So, you know, you can easily talk to people and you can find out how smart they are. So I talked to Aaron Broccoli. Is that down by the Squatterville in Arizona? And we had like 170. See, you don't need permits. You just have to tell them badges there and they'll show up. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. But he was down there before the Schoolie Palooza. There was like 175 of us in this little area, like less than a city block. But anyway, I didn't know this guy from Adam, right? So I go over and talk to him. I said, "Oh, how much solar you got?" Oh, I says, "I got about 8,000 watts." 8,000 watts? Oh yeah. He says, "I run everything off my solar." I said, "What do you got for batteries?" You won't believe it. "What do you got for batteries?" "Well, you know how much they want for this is like before lithium was a big deal." I says, "Yeah, they're quite expensive. They're like $2,000 a piece." He says, "Yeah." So I phoned down to the junkyard in town. He's from Washington. And they had a 97 Honda, electric Honda. So I went down, took it, and I took all the batteries out of it, and I put it in my bus. And he took all the electrical system out of the car and put it in his bus. And he runs his washer, dryer, everything off it. And the fridge, everything. And it works just fine. So I call him Einstein. So,
but you know, there were several people who did that on them batteries.
Yeah.
And what was the first electric hybrid that they come out with that they wouldn't sell to you, they leased to you 20 years ago, probably?
Well, that was that GM one.
Yeah.
The one that they come and, I don't know what, nobody's telling the story because I know there's a story there because nobody goes and builds a whole bunch of electric cars and then they just crush them all. That's just weird. There's something weird about that. I don't know what it is, but it just sounds weird.
Well, what they did, this wasn't anything new that they did with that car.
Aurora, that's what it was.
They did the same thing that a locomotive does. You know, these locomotives are nothing but a diesel motor and a generator.
Yeah, that's all they are.
That's
like everybody thinks a diesel motor, that doesn't. There's no connection between the motor and the train. None
No.
whatsoever. It's all electric. Diesel
then-
electric trains, they call them.
And they've been that way since what, the 50s,
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
something like that. Well, all your heavy earth moving equipment is operated the same way. All these big Euclids and stuff, they run a diesel engine, and everything, the drive wheels and everything are all electric. Well, it worked too damn good, but there wasn't nothing new on it. They didn't have anything they could sell on that car. It was just a simple ass damn thing. It worked. And so there's one of those cars left. Some old boy bought one of them out in California.
I don't think so. I heard they all got crushed.
There's one left. And
He's GM.
He's in. Somebody carried this thing to a wrecking yard, and he knew what it was and bought it right there.
Yeah.
And they've been trying to get that car back. They may have done it by now. I don't know.
There's a whole bunch of shit going on here. We got to talk this. What the hell? Hello, Kenny. How you doing? What do we got there? Now they're saying I'm famous. I'm not famous. I'll tell you what the trick to it is. I'll tell you what the trick is. Everybody, I'm not famous. It's just that I see people and I say, I'll go and I'll say hi to them, right? Where most people won't. They'll just, oh, you know who that is? No, who is it? But I don't care. I just go talk to them. And it's not being famous. That's what they used to call me before I put the channel up, was the biggest person on YouTube without a channel. Because somebody, I don't know who it was, somebody went and added up all the channels that I were on before I had a channel. All the channels I had with all the subs, and if everybody looked at it, which they wouldn't do it, but all the channels I were on was 1.5 million subs. That's all the channel, all that I was on, right? So you have the potential of everybody seeing, but I don't really care about that, because when it boils down to it, I still have to fix the cars or the generators or whatever.
Well, I know how come Badge gets on here with me. It's, hell, I'm uglier than he is, so it takes the pressure off him.
Yeah, it's kind of you read all this stuff down here and you laugh at it. Where's my Triple H guy? You still here? I get a kick out of some of these names. Yeah. That's right, Bear. That's exactly right. It's all got to do with having an awesome wife. And that we're lucky in that department. We got an awesome wife. There's no doubt about it.
Badge is pretty smart. He learned how to say yes, ma'am, and no, ma'am pretty young.
That's the trick too. Yeah, that's the trick.
I always said I'd say yes, ma'am, and no, ma'am, but I wouldn't mean it.
Yeah. I got plans for next year, and I have sworn Gina to secrecy about it. Okay, you keep that thought. Oh, she heard that. Oh, HHH is still here. What's this? Howdy. Oh, my day is getting away from me. Sorry I'm late. That's all right, Janice. You're from Oz. You're all right.
Hello, Janet.
Holy God, I gotta tell you this, Janice, this is so, we're watching this guy from Kugi. Kugi travels from Japan, and he's taking that train across Australia, and it was $4,500 Canadian, that luxury train. I said, whoa, but it is nice. It's getting pretty cool food and all that stuff, but man, oh man, that's a lot of bananas for a train. But yeah, it's kind of funny. That's what I was thinking about you today.
Well, if they still got that one in Alaska, they had one that you could go up on a ferry and you could load your RV on a flat car and then they'd carry you across Alaska. I haven't heard anything about it in a long time. I don't know. It might not have worked.
I know you can put your RV on a ferry and go up to Alaska, it'll drop you off, and you come back to the Canadian side. I know that.
Yeah. They well, this was a train, it was a midnight special or something like that.
No, I know. He was going from the Pacific to the it's called the Indian Pacific or something, and he was going from the west side or the east side to the west side. That's where he's going. He stopped in Sydney and got off, but yeah, the whole thing was $4,500 or something for the trip. What? Adelaide. Yeah, he got off at Adelaide. Yeah. But
I've been watching a deal on Australia. You ever watch that solar car race they have at 1,200 miles across Australia, and it's all solar?
no.
That's pretty neat. They got them cars running 70, 75 miles an hour going across there.
Yeah, I seen the one, the GAN. I seen that one. There's three of them. The GAN, the Indian Pacific, and another one. He's had all three of them, man. Why now? Get out of town. Why would you want to put some guys just irk me. Here is BFE. They buy this awesome, like you got to see this thing. He bought an awesome Lazy Days, which you can't buy in Canada. And the thing is mint. And now he wants to put it on a stick of dynamite. Like, if you, any given day you want to get rid of that, you just let me know. I'll meet you at the border. Like, man, oh man, that thing is just great.
They don't make them anymore, do they?
No, they shut the company down because nobody wanted to buy it. But they couldn't because the biggest thing with Lazy Day was the quality was so good that the only one that's got anywhere near the quality of them is Taylor Coach and Casita. They're both the only ones. So, yeah. Oh, Steve's leaving. Okay, Steve, we'll see you later. Yeah, you got to get up early. I won't be there. I'll probably miss it because he's on his live when I'm still sleeping and counting sheep.
Take it easy, Steve. Enjoyed it.
He wants to get it like 8 o'clock. That's like 7 here. Like, come on, really? That's too early.
Well, it's not, but what? It's not quite 11 o'clock there where Steve's at now.
Yeah. Yeah, I know you're Lazy Day. Just kidding. And I know you're kidding because the quality is unbelievable. But yeah, so I better go get a charger for my thing. It's gonna I'll be right back. I gotta get a charger.
One of the first people I followed, and it was a blog. It wasn't on YouTube. A guy'd go down in Mexico, and he's a single guy. Go down in Mexico and all over the country, and he was in a Lazy Day. I can't remember his name. He did that for a bunch of years and didn't come back up. And the mafia down there killed 3 people in the same campground he was in, and he left and went back to U.S. That was his name. He was a character. He's about like Rusty.
But yeah, we got it all plugged in now. We won't die on the road here. But yeah, so no, other than that, we've been farting around. The weather's been the shit. Like, it's been terrible. Like the other day it went up to 80? One day so far. No, that's 30. 75 it was. 75. And it was really nice too. But man, it's just crappy. And even today it was supposed to be nice. well, sort of nice, cloudy, but then it started raining. What the hell? You never told me it was going to rain. I put a tarp back on the little trailer, but no, too late.
Yeah. I've had a bunch of stuff I wanted to do, and it's been raining so bad I couldn't get it done.
Well, if you got to, well, you should take up skiing, water skiing.
Yeah, I need to do something. It just need to quit raining so damn much.
Yeah.
And you know, that's unusual for Texas.
Oh, Jane, what are you suckling for, Jane? Like my cooking show. I need a chef's hat. Yeah.
Yeah, I was noticing that you got your hair combed tonight.
Yeah, I was checking out. It's such a hard job, to keep all them little buggers in line. They don't like to lining up very much. So I try to comb it at least once a week.
I got to go get a damn haircut the next couple of days. Getting work long enough is bugging me.
Now, why in the hell would I go to Yuma? I don't go to Yuma because there's too many damn Canadians there. That's why I don't go to Yuma.
I got to thinking about all the people that I was around at Ironwood, and there wasn't but the only one that wasn't Canadian was Bill. Economic refugees that was in a big motor home.
Yeah. Bill and Dar. Yeah.
Everybody else was from Canada.
Yeah, that's good. Then you don't get corrupted by the Americans, You don't want to get corrupted by the Americans,
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Janice, don't you start with the ponytails, man. Oh, no. You're a good friend of ours. Got a bun now. I says, oh. Al says, shut up. Don't say nothing. Okay, I won't. Yeah.
I just cannot see me with a ponytail.
It's kind of funny because you see all these people. Chris from Tiny Home Tours. If you see him, you don't. He's always got his hair tied up in a not a ponytail, but tied up, and his hair is friggin' long when he takes it out. Yeah. Yes, I am jealous. Yeah, I am jealous, Janice.
Did you meet him at Ironwood, Jan? I mean,
yeah,
Jane.
She met them.
I thought you did.
Yeah, they're right across. They're right beside her. They're parking right beside her.
Yeah, he was worried to death. We'd been talking for a couple of weeks about meeting out there at Ironwood.
Oh, he was going on. I said, the road is as hard. I phoned Steve. I said, Steve, how's the road? Oh, it's just like, it's hard as a rock. So, but then it rained a couple of days before we got there and went to mud. But yeah, it was just fine. He never had a problem.
Yeah, he had been working a big tent at Quartzsite.
Yeah, they work all that stuff, eh?
Yeah, well, he does a gate garden and he sort of hustles customers. That's what he was in a big tent.
Yeah,
was hiring gate guards.
Yeah,
they got the same dog. That little dog in there don't like Rocky though. He trying to eat Rocky up, and Rocky's trying to play with him.
Oh, thanks, Janice. That's exactly what I need. Now, the question is, if you get it cut in Australia and you send it to Canada, is it going to curl up or curl back? Because it's above the equator now. That's the question. I just wondering.
If you had a cow lick, I never had thought about that. If you had damn cow lick, it stands up in one spot on your head.
Yeah.
I wonder if it twists right or twists left.
Yeah, that's exactly, It's just like they say down in Canada, the toilets go to the right going down, but in Australia, they go left because it's below the border. I don't really know. I don't go around checking the toilets, but that's what they tell me.
Janice said it don't work that way in Australia. Said it's just a straight tube. It just goes straight down.
Oh, it's straight, dead. Yeah, straight down. Yeah. I let it go there a lot. When I come back from the States here, I let it go for a while. It was getting to piss me off. Getting in my eyes all the time. You know.
Oh, mercy.
You mentioned that every time somebody mentions that long hair. I remember this guy. I was working on his truck, and he says, "Oh, can I grease it while I'm here?" I says, "Yeah, sure, go ahead." So he had long hair, and you could feel the pain of this already wrong. So he gets on the creeper and he runs underneath the truck and takes out a big strip like that, and oh, I could just feel the pain of that. I said, you might want to tie that up next time. Yeah, took a great big strip of hair off.
Well, I tell you what, right before I got drafted and went in the Army, I had pretty long hair. And the day before I went in, I went and got a mohawk. Kelly was going to cut it off anyway, so it didn't matter.
Now, Jane, you got me mixed up with somebody who gives a shit. I don't care about snakes. So you keep your pictures. I don't need them. I know what a snake looks like.
You know, this is a hell of a damn lie. You talk about skid marks and toilets.
I know. I know. But
Hey,
yeah.
And can't you see somebody coming in and say, "What's the topic for tonight?"
Yeah, skid marks and shitting in a bucket.
Yeah. Now Ray sort of got off of that. Damn, I ain't heard Ray talk about his bucket in a long time.
Yeah.
And boy,
no, I just picking away.
Well,
I think I might become a roofer. Those guys are making pretty good money. They want a ton of money to put shingles on my roof. I don't really like that. I might have to break the mold and get a GoFundMe for this one. Well, everybody else gets GoFundMe for everything.
Yeah.
Get one for. I didn't get one for the Starlink, so I'll use that one, right? So
there you go.
Yeah.
I know I saw that. Very does. Oh, I'll tell you what. Somebody was telling me about they were starting to GoFundMe for something the other day. I wouldn't even ask what.
Oh, it's getting so sad now. Jesus, talking to Blind Views the other day about it, and it's just right out of hand. Like, it's just, I don't know. I get a whole different way of looking at this. I think that I don't care who it is, you should buy your own way. If you can't buy your own way, then don't do it. And I don't know. Yes, we are going down. We're probably we might be putting up a new program. We're gonna probably leave here in September, and then we'll get across the border in November. Because my brother wants me to go down. A guy offered me a job. Can you believe that? And he's going to pay me money to fix shit. I says, "Oh, I can do that." So we might just take him up on that offer. Because money's hard to come by. It doesn't grow on trees like everybody thinks it does, or GoFundMe accounts. But yeah, I might do that. And then we're going to come back the same way we did this year, come back up through by Breeze and stop in BC for a month. So, yeah.
Well, are you still going to try to come to Texas or?
Oh, yeah. Don't tell anybody, though.
Okay, I won't.
I don't want I want to go down there and be peace and quiet. I don't want everybody dragging along behind me. I got no friends, So let's keep it that way, okay?
There you go. Incognito badge, incognito. We fixed it. Go down there and get on Padre Island and
You
like
know,
you
I don't
fix.
know. I like to try it anyway, even once, just to try. I got to go down and so far I'm just fixing Steve's bus so far. Well, I got to fix Gina's van's or bus that she can get rid of it. But I got to fix Steve's bus. Everybody's looking at it. Nobody can fix it. So it's like a challenge now. So, yeah, I think I can do it.
Well, you and Bill need to get together. He pulled a transmission out of that big old motorhome of his and overhauled the transmission and put it back in an RV park. And he had to do it while they didn't know he was doing it.
They didn't even know. Well,
yeah. He's a character.
No, it's like a guy over at La Posa South. He says he gets on Facebook there a couple of years ago and says, "Oh, I need somebody to take the fan off my bus." I said, "Yeah, I got the wrench. I'll come over and take it off." I said, "What are you doing?" He says, "Oh, I'm changing the head." He said, "Don't tell nobody though." I said, "Yeah, because you're not supposed to be doing it." I said, "No, I won't say a word." I said, "Just keep it buttoned up and keep the door shut." And it was a good thing it was an international. You could get in beside it and shut the door, and nobody would even see you're in there, right? So
yeah. Some of those people, the one that cracks me up the most up there in Quartzsite this year was when I went back in there to see Roy and them. Somebody had a damn yacht.
They were living in it.
Yeah, and living in it.
Yeah. I said, "What the hell you got that for?" "Well, you can live in it. It's just a trailer. It's on a trailer." I says, "A boat? You're living in a boat on the desert?" "Well, yeah. Then I can take it down, throw it in the water, and putz around with it." "Okay, whatever. Whatever floats your boat."
Yeah. Ooh. You have to write that one on the wall. Oh goodness! But that looks so funny. That boat sitting out in the middle of that desert.
Oh yeah, totally. But some of them boats got more room than an RV does. Really, some of them.
But they make a boat, and I wish the hell I had the money to buy it. I'd buy the damn thing. And it's a travel trailer, but the way the trailer and everything's set up, used like a regular. It looks like sort of like a regular travel trailer. Yeah. You back it off in the water, it comes off a trailer, and you got a houseboat.
Yeah,
that would damn sure cure trying to find a place to camp at night. You can always find a lake to back off into.
Yeah. But see, down in the States, you got deeper water. Here in Alberta, we got like mostly our sloughs. You almost need a what's it? The fan boat. What do they call them things?
Yeah, I got one.
Yeah, I know. Call it swamp boats. Yeah.
Swamp boat. Yeah. Airboat.
Airboat. Yeah.
Yeah. I need that thing been setting up. I haven't cranked it in a while. I need to crank that thing.
Yeah.
Imagine it's full of water.
But no, it's just
you would have liked the first airboat I bought badge back when I was guiding for them alligator gar bow fishing. I bought a 8-foot wide, 21-foot long airboat. It was a tour boat from down in Florida. It hauled 12 people. The damn thing had a 600 and something horse motor on it.
Oh, you got it like that?
Yeah, a Cadillac motor, and It'd burn a 1 gallon of fuel per mile. And when I quit guiding, I had to sell it because I couldn't afford to run it. But that thing was something else. It was huge. You couldn't load it down too much. And it'd run about 70.
Yeah.
You run about 70.
You got a lot of places in Texas you can run them things?
Oh, yeah. I'm just a few miles from the Brazos River here.
Oh.
And a regular boat can't make it because it's deep holes and then rapids and deep holes and rapids.
Yeah.
And that airboat's just about the only thing that'll go.
Yeah. See, what they use up here a lot is jet boats, right?
Yeah, but a jet boat, I tried jet boats on that river, and that didn't work real well because the sand out of that river, it would suck that sand up in that impeller and just eat them damn impellers up.
Yeah.
And the airboat's the best one. I built a hovercraft one time and run on that river for a little bit, small one. Now, that's the wildest damn thing I ever been on.
Yeah.
Because you can be running full blast 40 miles an hour and turning around backwards and they'll still be going 40 miles an hour backwards. Ain't but one way to stop it, and that's just cut the fire and drop it, or spin it around backwards and hit full throttle to slow you down, you know.
Yeah.
Crazy. You're not hooked up to nothing.
I'm not a boat person.
This river out here, I was raised up on it.
Yeah.
And it's one of the few places, it's 450 miles from where I live to the Gulf Coast.
Really?
By that river.
And you can do it on the river?
Yeah.
Holy smoke. That'd be different.
I've done about 200 and something miles of it. And that was in a kayak.
Yeah.
But I like rivers because rivers are alive. Lakes are dead. You know, they hem them up and that's the end of them. Uh-oh, we got Janice talking ugly again.
What's she talking ugly about now?
She's about Earl Flynn.
What about Earl Flynn?
Yeah, I'm on the Brazos.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The 4-hour cruise, yeah.
I used to take a deal when I had that big boat. There's people that's always wanting to go to that little town I lived in from Waco down.
Yeah.
And I got where I'd take a bunch of people down through there and get about halfway down, pull up on the sandbar, and put some fish and some hot dogs on a campfire, and then carry them on back and then run back up. That was pretty neat. I'd like to still have that boat. That big block motor on that thing's worth more than that boat. Than I pay for that boat now.
Yeah.
They got one down there, bad. It's 12 foot wide. No, 16 foot wide and 40 foot long, and it's got two 1,200 horse diesels on it.
Holy Jesus, that's like a hovercraft.
Yeah.
Holy God.
They use it in the Everglades down in Florida and Louisiana to drill test wells.
Oh, yeah.
Gas and oil wells, you know.
No kidding.
Can't you imagine seeing that big son of a gun coming down toward you?
Okay. I guess I better go to bed now. I'm looking tired. Everything's going dead.
Yeah, we've been on here an hour and 45 minutes.
Get out of town. Jesus. It's amazing how time flies when you're having fun.
There you go. There you go. Well, I hadn't got you up here in a long time.
Yeah, well, I usually sit on the fence and see who's coming up, and shit, I don't want to talk to them people, so I just shut up and stay on the fence. That's all.
Oh, Lord. Uh, well, Jane, I wish I was up there. I taught probably 100 people to weld.
Yeah. Boy, I got that 110 thing. That thing works. I got to get you to show me how to use the TIG on it, though. Maybe someday we'll do a thing on that. I gotta, because it's a TIG welder too, right? 110. It's just a little one, but
I'm not, the TIG, women are better at welding with a TIG
yeah.
than men are because they're steadier. They're not
Well,
as sharp.
TIG welding is like gas welding, right?
Yeah, you got a tungsten and you got a rod that you
Yeah.
feed into it. It's a
'Cause
it's a pretty as well there is, but God Almighty is slow.
yeah.
I had both of them. I got a spool gun that runs off my wire feed that you can run stainless or aluminum or any of that stuff, and you got to have gas with it.
Yeah, I got the gas. I got a bottle of gas.
Well, like on aluminum, now you're using straight argon, and on the steel, you need a different kind of gas to really
Oh,
make.
they used argon.
No, it's a mix. In fact, I quit using the gas they were selling when I had my shop and went using CO2. And for steel, it does
Oh,
just.
metal match.
Hmm?
Metal match. CO2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just, and it lasts 10 times as long. A bottle of that gas costs like the big bottle costs $75, and a bottle of CO2 costs about 50.
I got the small one. I got the 3 foot bottle? That's the one I got.
But
But
well,
I
it's
should try
not.
that one day.
Do what?
I should try that MIG or the TIG and see how. I could always buy a MIG welder, but I don't want a MIG welder. Shit, I'm getting too many tools. Got to quit buying that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but plastic welding's fairly cheap to do, Jane. You can buy a plastic welder for next to nothing.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool how that plastic welder works.
Yeah. If you got a Harbor Freight or anything like that up there, you can buy those cheap.
Yeah, Princess Auto, Harbor Freight and Princess Auto, same thing. But I don't know. I don't know if I want to get it. I don't know if I want it. I don't know if I get enough for it. I don't know if I'd use enough to use it.
Roy was trying to talk me into bringing my welder out there this year. And hell, I don't want to go out there and go to work.
Exactly. What the hell you want to go to work for?
And I imagine there ain't many people can do aluminum right. Now, there's a lot of people do at it, but not many of them know what they're doing. And
Oh, I'd say a lot of them don't know what they're doing.
I've seen people
Like,
run a bead with that aluminum, and I can take a knife blade and hook it and peel that well off.
oh, I got a kid there at Victoria that has got a channel, LG Customs, and I taught him how to MIG weld back when he was like 12 years old, right? And you should see that son of a bitch now with a TIG welder. Holy crap. Or a MIG welder. Unbelievable. You can't even, holy crap. You don't even have to grind it. So.
I tell you what, they've got a new MIG welder out that I want so bad I can taste it, but I can't justify buying it. It's like $8,000, but it's have you seen on these boats and stuff to where it looked like they TIG welded, but they didn't. But the circles in the wells are just perfect. Where
Really?
the seams up. And what this thing does, it's a wire feed, and it's got a brake in it, and it just when you weld and it just goes boop, 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 boop.
Yeah, like a.
And so you can weld real light stuff.
Oh, there goes a bear and them's going. Keep in
Well,
touch, buddy.
Up here,
BFE.
I've got that one aluminum welder, and I got to sort of keep my mouth shut, or they cover me up every time somebody finds out that I can weld one of them boats back up. Well, here they'll come. And of course, that damn cataract on my eye, I got where I can see good enough. But that's getting better. All right, you ready?
Hey, I'm ready, buddy.
All right, enjoyed it,
Good
babe.
talking to you, buddy.
Give that good-looking wife of yours a hug for me.
I know, she's awesome.
You
You
have
gotta find a way of cloning her. I could make a lot of money.
yeah, you damn sure could.
Yeah,
But you'd be outnumbered then.
that's true. That's true. Yeah. I got a hard enough time keeping up with her alone, getting more of them. Yeah. I'd probably be in a garage, probably sleeping under the bench.
You wouldn't have to worry about that if just think if you had 10 or 12 of her living there in the house with you, you wouldn't have to worry about combing your hair then. You'd have done pulled it all out.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
That's the way with me. I don't figure there's a woman alive could put up with me over.
That's what I used to say too. Who was it? Chrome coming the other day, and we were talking about her or something. There's no way on God's green earth we'll ever get married. I said, don't be saying that. 'Cause I said the same thing. And never say never.
I didn't say never. I said they couldn't put up with me.
Oh, it's amazing what they can tolerate. Look at Elle, prime example. They can tolerate a lot.
And look at you and look at Steve. I guess that's true.
That's true. Look at Steve, prime example. Look at Bear. You know?
Yep.
Donna and Bear.
Yeah. All right.
Richard and Jane, I think it's the other way around. Richard
What?
has to put up with Jane.
Well, yeah, I can understand that.
Yeah. That's Jane and Richard the other way around. But oh, here she comes. Yeah. But anyway, okay, buddy.
All right. You have a good night, man.
You too. Later, guys.
All right, folks. We've been on here damn near 2 hours. I guess it's time we better get off. I appreciate everybody coming in. I enjoyed it. And we'll see y'all later.